Aaron's here with the Bowley lock. And here is, let me get the key. There's the key. I've had it on my key ring. One of the keys I carry. I've been carrying around in my pocket since I've had the lock, and just trying to see, you know, if it hangs. People question about if it hangs or bends. It looks fragile. I assure you, this key is not fragile. This key is tough, and I don't notice it in my pocket at all. I have zero issues with this key. Lock works beautifully. There is the bitting. So let's talk about the bitting for a second. The bitting in Lockpicking Lawyer's video on Bowley, he was discussing bumping, and he had a zero lift pin in his lock, and he was having the idea of maybe 5 different bump keys to bump each pin. When I got my lock in a couple days later after his video, I had 2 zero lift pins, in pin 1 and pin 3. As far as bumping, that would make this even more secure, because now the 5 different bump keys, you know, I mean, you're not going to be able to do it, you know, unless you just got lucky and happened to bump those 3. But it's going to be even more secure as far as bumping goes. As far as picking goes, the issue I've seen is you have a 5-pin lock that you don't have to pick 2 pins. So now you only have a 3-pin lock. You know, as far as picking, that's going to be even easier to pick. Still not an easy lock. As you can see back here, this is all of my attempts at picking. Attempts at pick making. These are broken picks. There's some broken pick. And this was that's a knife blade. That's the one I end up doing. That's extra in case I break one. Let's see. This was a door hinge, stainless steel door hinge. I tried making some out of it. And these were actual Bowley keys. It came with 4 keys, so I ground down a few of them, trying to make picks out of them, because they had the angles I wanted. But the angles that I want, I couldn't get the picks thin enough to hold up, and the angles I wanted wouldn't work for picking the way I eventually decided to try to do it. So let's get on in here, and without further ado, let's see if we can get Mr. Bowley lock picked on camera. Okay, so there is the Bowley lock. Here is the key. Goes in. Let's see if we can focus. There we go. Turn it up, push it in, and there's the tailpiece. Pull it out. Tailpiece doesn't turn. Remove the key. Alright, my picks consist of 3 picks. This one was a Bowley key. Like I said, it had the angle that I liked, that I wanted, because it would just push them up just perfect and set them pins. It was so smooth. I was able to make 5 picks to pick the lock. No, I did 3 picks. 3 picks to pick the lock, but I couldn't reset the lock because I couldn't work both pins. You know, because to reset it, you got to push all the pins up to the highest setting. So I did make some, and it worked very smooth. And I picked the lock several times, but I just couldn't reset it to get the picks out. So this design, I went with a straighter. Come on. More of a straight, squared off pick. It's harder to pick with, but I can slide it, and I can pick. With this one, I can pick pin 1 and 2. I can slide it in. This one picks pin 1 and 2. This one picks pin 3 and 4. I know I'm getting all crazy here. I'm getting excited. Alright, let me get that. There we go. That one picks pin 1 and 2. It'll slide back and forth. This one picks pin 3 and 4. And this one just picks pin 5. But like I said, with this lock, I only have to pick 3 because there's 2 zero lift pins. And I do know that because I have messed with this lock. And like a lot of times with locks, we do know binding orders and things like that. Now, I don't know specifically the binding order, but I know I don't have to pick pin 1 and pin 3. So we'll put the picks in there and put the tension bar in there. I did take, let me pull that back out. I did use Lockpicking Lawyer's tension tool idea. And I didn't have the full crook on there, just a little bend. Is all I really did. But I did use Lockpicking Lawyer's tension tool idea there. Alright, we'll put all the picks together and the tension. And that's the hardest part, is holding all this stuff. Getting it all lined up. I'm getting frustrated. I ain't gonna be able to pick now. Alright, now it is all lined up. There they are, all 3 picks. There's 1, 2, and 3 with the tension. Push it in there. Got to do a little song and dance to get it to go. But it'll go. And there's our tension. We're tensioned. I want to make sure this pick is between pin 1 and 2. So there's between pin 1 and 2. I want this one between 3 and 4, and that one's all the way back. Put a little tension on there, and like I said, I know pin 1 is zero lift, so I don't have to go picky it. There's a little movement on 2. I know 3 is a zero lift. A little movement on 4. And I'm going to come over here, pull out on 5. Two, maybe overset 2. I think I did overset that one. Let me drop it down. Try that again. All right. There's 5. That's 4. Good click on 5 that time. I heard that one. That's gonna put up a fight on me now. Reset it again. There we go. There we go. Got it that time. And there's the tailpiece. So Bowley lock is picked. Alright, now we have to reset this thing. Pull them all the way back. Get my tension wrench out of there. Pull these all the way back. And then I gotta push pin 2. So pin 1, pin 3, and pin 5 are as high as they go. So then I push pin 2. No tailpiece moving. Push pin 2 and 4 up, and then I can remove my keys. So there it is, Bowley lock picked. Put up a little fight there, but it is picked. Let me zoom this out. Show this off. Here is the 5 springs. They're all in there. 5 springs. This is pin stack number 1 right here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is the way it came to me factory, because I wanted a good factory pick is what I was looking for. And I did email Bowley Company and ask them you know, how they pin them, because what I ended up with, okay, I do know how these go, please trust me. I just messed that up. Oh, I messed that up so bad. But like I said, I know how they go because I've been messing with this lock quite a bit. Alright, let's try to do that again without messing up. If you notice, pin 1 has a serration. Pin 1 was also a 0 lift pin. I did not have to set it. Pin 2 is a standard. Pin 3 is a spool, which was also a 0 lift pin. I did not have to set it. These are backwards because pin 5 was serrated. Pin 4 is standard, so I had to set pin 1, or pin 2. I had to set pin 2, which was standard, pin 4, and pin 5. I did ask them. They said it is pinned up randomly. That's just the way luck of the draw was. So I didn't have to pick 2 of the security pins. So, you know, I am going for a factory pick, so that's what I kept it as. I am confident that I could pick this thing, and I may do it again in another video with where I have to pick every pin. There is the, I guess it would be the Bible, the little groove on the back for the tension. Everything is there. Here is the inner sleeve. Everything is there, no modifications. And here is the warding. No modifications. So there it is. Bowley lock, picked and gutted. There's my, not those are junk. There's my makeshift picks. I'm extremely excited about this lock. Did take a little bit of time. But hey, that's part of this. It's part of doing this job, man. It's just fun. I love this hobby. Frustrated at these picks. I'm not a pick maker. If you are a pick maker, you will love making picks for this lock. Bowley lock, wonderful lock. You guys did a great job. I'm really impressed. I got 0 bad things to say about this lock. I still think it is a really secure lock. You know, unless you've got, you know, a lot of time and energy, and, you know, unless somebody can produce these things, you know, better than I can. But, you know, I'm not Peterson or, you know, Sparrows. I'm not a pick maker. So, you know, unless somebody can actually produce these things where they're smoother and, you know, if they can figure an angle out on there. But anyway, enough rambling. I'm excited. That's all I got to say. I'm speechless. Thanks for watching. Be legal. God bless.